Portsmouth are pretty strict about the sizes of rooms and they want a larger living space. We're spending probably around 200, 210 on the works.
Okay. And that's for a very high-end,
It's a nice high-end
7-bed
finish.
HMO. And then what do you think the end value is going to be?
So other similar projects of ours, they're valuing, it depends on the value, but they're valuing between about 650 and 700. You know, we aim for 20%. We don't want to go anywhere near it if it's not 20%. So we are about 6 weeks in now.
Yeah.
And there's probably about another 4 months to go.
Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to come back and see what
you'd be
great
very
job you've done on
welcome.
it. So welcome back to Portsmouth. I was here exactly 4 months ago to see the work happening on this house to 7-bed HMO. They'd completely taken the roof off and now I've come back. It's almost finished to see what does it look like now as an amazing 7-bed HMO. So let's say hello to the proud owners, Laura and Michael. Hi guys, great to see you again.
Hi,
Good to
Simon.
see you.
Thank you.
So lots has happened.
Yes.
4 months of the last here, and
Yes.
you know I've had a quick look inside already.
Yes, yes.
Amazing transformation. Now it's not quite ready yet, and obviously we're doing that because you've got tenants almost lined up.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. So we're just finally, final little negotiations, but they're lined up.
Great, and we don't want to disturb them, so we're coming
Yeah.
in just before it's finished to see
Yeah.
what's happened. And I think there's going to
Yeah.
be lots of learning points as we walk around the property. So let's go in, shall we?
Let's go.
Fantastic, great.
Right, come on in.
Fantastic. You know, I love skylights.
Yeah, it's just so bright and airy, isn't it? This room
Yeah,
is great.
always my favourite room. And it's pretty good size this as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So all of the rooms have got an ensuite?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All
All
en
of
suite.
Yeah. Okay, and obviously sometimes in HMOs you might have a couple of people sharing a bathroom or have an off-suite,
Yeah.
but if you have an ensuite you always get a higher rent for that, right?
Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
right. So 7 beds, all en suites. We do have a spare toilet
Yeah,
downstairs. So that
that's always good
guests,
for
et cetera.
visitors and things, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, let's see the other room, shall we?
Yeah, let's
Great.
go.
Okay, so another good sized room here. And
Yep.
Laura, this was the extension of the attic, wasn't it?
Absolutely. So we have, this is part of the loft conversion, and we've gone pushed out a little bit, and so it goes over the back of the extension on the ground floor.
Yeah, last time I was here was no roof, so it's quite a transformation really.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really is. And we've dropped the floor a little bit as well, just to give ourselves the headspace that we need in here.
And I think you had a bit of a delay over the winter because of rain, didn't you?
Yes, there was a 2-week delay, so we didn't want to take the roof off fully because it was just raining so hard.
Quite a lot of
Yeah.
storms down in the south over the Christmas New Year period.
Yeah.
So what could we do? So you just had to sit and wait until the
Okay.
rain was done, and then we could get on with it.
Great. Okay, good. Let's see the other rooms.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so this is where you said you lowered the roof
Yes.
to make the room upstairs a bit bigger, but it's still
Yes.
a good height here, isn't it?
Yes.
It's kind of a mirror of the room upstairs.
Correct.
And talk about this. So what's all this?
Absolutely love this. So this is our interior designer. We have a fantastic interior designer. As you can see here are the floor plans, and she's marked on there which walls or which colours, etc. It's all colour coded. She's got all key up here, electrics and everything. And then here is just room by room, again, exactly what flooring we're putting in, what paint's going on the walls, what the wall lights are, etc. Where to buy. I mean, it's all just
Nice and clear, no mistakes.
no mistakes. No one
Yeah.
gets it wrong. Mistakes cost us money, so this is
Absolutely. So obviously there's an investment to get someone to do this for you, but
Yep.
saves you all the hassle. But
Yep.
I think where people spend extra money on these kind of conversions is mistakes are made,
Yep.
you have to rectify them. Whereas
Yep.
with this, paying someone to sort this out for you and take the
Yep.
headache away is a bargain anyway.
Yeah.
And then also you actually save money by avoiding mistakes.
Yeah, our interior designer is a real asset to our
Yeah.
team. In fact, we met her at PIN. We met her at a
Great.
networking meeting.
Yeah.
We took a little bit of a risk because she hadn't done an HMO interior design before, but her graphics and her ideas looked great. So we were really happy to give her a shot, and
it's great, isn't it? And
we've
actually,
used her on all of our projects and
Yeah.
recommended her to everybody.
yeah. So her business has grown alongside our business.
Yeah.
She's just like Laura said, she's a real asset to the team.
people business, isn't it?
Yeah, it really
You know,
is.
having other people to help you. A lot of people try and do everything on their own, and they get overwhelmed and they make mistakes. But you know, I think investing in the right team is so important, isn't it?
So this saves us time, but actually it saves us money. So paying for an interior designer, I would argue, actually saves us money over the long term.
But and also it just reduces the mental load as well for how and the decision fatigue of what colour is going to go on which wall, and when you're doing that 4 times 7, that's quite a lot of decisions to make.
And we're probably not the best people to make that decision.
And also making the house look great helps you get a higher rent anyway. Correct. So you'll get the money back, don't you?
Correct.
So,
absolutely.
Definite investment.
Okay, excellent. Let's continue. Okay, so this is room 4.
Yep.
Michael, I'd like to understand a bit about the room sizes.
Yes.
How big, because obviously when you have an ensuite,
yes.
that's not counted as part of the room size.
Correct.
And all the councils have a local requirement of size. So how big is this particular room?
So this room is over 10 square metres.
Okay, so that's actually quite a bit more than the national standard, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. National standard is 6.51.
Yeah.
All of our rooms and all of our properties are over 10 square metres.
Yeah, I think that's good because as time goes on, councils kind of change and increase standards. So you're kind of future-proofing.
So we're future-proofing it, and again, we're just thinking about rents, and you know, tenants want slightly bigger rooms. So I think
because they often have all their stuff in here, don't they?
All
so
their
there needs to
stuff.
be enough room for them to store it all.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Great.
So room number 5, and this is on the first floor at the front. Talk to me about the windows, Michael.
Yes, so we have replaced all of the windows in the house other than this bay window and the one downstairs.
Okay.
Do you know what? We normally replace all of our windows, and I think we have on all of our projects.
Yeah, but this one just didn't need it.
Yeah, this one simply didn't need it. It needs a bit of a clean, but essentially it's a good quality double glazed window. So
Great. I think you're going to save, thousands of pounds by not doing that. And
that's right.
I think it's a case of looking and working out what you do need to do and what you don't need to do.
Yes.
And sometimes people take everything out, but sometimes there are some features that actually work quite well, and as long as you tied them up, you might as well leave them, right?
They're fairly new windows, and generally we will just replace everything. And this time we're thinking, actually, that's what we've done on our previous projects. Actually, do we really need to do that this time?
Yeah, a little bit more experience just helps us to. When we're first doing it, everything seems overwhelming, so everything goes.
Yeah.
But when we have become a bit more experienced, we can take a little bit more time to think about those little cost-saving strategies.
And it's true what they say about the first one's always the hardest, right?
Yeah.
And then you just learn from that experience and get better and better the more you do, right?
Yeah, we are definitely getting better the more we do.
Right, brilliant. Okay, let's have a look at the last 2 rooms downstairs.
That's lovely. So,
okay, room number 6.
Yep.
So this room, you can see we've really gone for a colour that's going to enhance the space. It's got really high ceilings, so it can take that.
I love this colour.
Yeah, that
Works really
slightly darker, more dramatic colour, and it just adds a little bit of drama and interest to the room.
And also noticed on the first floor and actually up the stairs, you've got the panelling on the walls, which is just a lovely touch, isn't it? It feels like a boutique hotel.
It does.
Yeah, it doesn't actually cost that much more, just a bit of MDF panelling, but when it's painted, it just exactly, as you say, looks like a high-end hotel, and it makes a real difference to the feel of it when you walk in.
It does, yeah. Brilliant. Let's go and look at the final room and then the living room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And so the final room, room number 7. And talk. I like what we've done in the bathroom here. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's a great feature colour. It's quite bold to go for pink because it's normally associated with a girly colour, but we'll see. I think it's just is a blank canvas in the room for the tenant to create a stamp and then something slightly softer and more fun in the bathroom.
I think this is the only room in our whole portfolio that has not got any colour on the walls.
That's right.
Yeah, so the colour's all popping in the bathroom.
Yeah, absolutely. And really high ceilings. I get you get this in the Victorian houses, don't you?
Yeah, it's lovely. It's
That's
nice
why we love houses in Portsmouth.
Yeah, really fantastic. Good. And let's look at the final room, which is the communal room, the kitchen, and kind of dining area. And let's talk about the numbers in there, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Great. Let's do that. So it's amazing how houses come together. They've done a great job. Once it's all finished, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the final room, which is the kitchen and the kind diner and the bit of social area. So talk us through what we need for a 7-bed HMO.
Yeah, of course. So first up, it's just a lovely big communal space.
It is, yeah.
So again, high ceilings. It's just nice and bright and airy. For 7 people, we've got 2 ovens there. We've got a really large induction hob and hood. We've got 2 sinks, dishwasher, separate washing machine and tumble dryer. I think
Yeah.
that's really important.
Definitely.
7 people
Yeah.
are going to be fighting over one machine.
Yeah.
And then we've got double fridge freezer here. So again,
Yeah.
everyone's got their own shelf. There's plenty of space.
Yeah.
Got their own drawer in the freezer.
Everyone's
Yeah.
got their own space. And we always do integrated unit.
And lots of cupboard space with
Yeah.
their own stuff in as well.
Yeah. That's right.
And then what about the living area, Laura?
Yes, so on the other side, we're going to have a breakfast bar. We're going to have some pendant lights hanging down, TV on the wall, and then a couch underneath the window over there.
Yeah.
And table and chairs for people
And
to...
a table and
Great. And it's good to have that enough so it's more of a community, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not people eating in the bedroom. You want them to be eating and cooking together,
That's right.
ideally.
You want to give people options, and you want
Yeah.
to create, I think, just a nice space. Again, sort of vertical radiators, wooden doors. It just feels homely, high end.
Guys, you've done a great job. But I want to know about the numbers.
Yeah.
So what did you buy it for? What did
Yeah.
you spend? Were you on budget?
Yeah.
What the end value is going to be? You're going to get
Yeah.
all your money out. Let's talk about those, shall we?
Yeah, sure. So we bought this for £270,000.
it was an off-market deal.
We bought it
Okay.
off market. So our EPC guy brought it to us, and
So again, something through networking, right?
networking,
It's great to
yeah.
Yeah.
And we bought it subject to planning. So the owner was willing to wait for us to get planning before we bought it.
Yeah.
The build has lasted 5 months.
Yeah.
And the build has cost £195,000. We spent 10 on the kitchen and 10 on furniture.
Okay.
So we're about 215
Yeah.
all in
All
for the
in.
build.
Okay. And is that on budget?
It is absolutely on budget.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
And we're 1 week behind after a 5-month build. And
Yeah.
that was because of the 2 weeks that we lost in the rain.
That's pretty good.
So we're pretty pleased with that. Again, it's the team. It's not really
not
us.
us.
It's
Yeah.
the team that we've put together around us.
So about 500,000
Yeah.
for the whole
About
thing.
500,000.
When you think about planning fees and architects' fees and things like that,
Yeah,
I think
just over, but we're there or thereabout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know you sometimes use your money, use other people's money as well.
Correct?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
so a bit of both.
And then what's the end value, the end GDV, gross development value going to be?
So we're just waiting on that literally as we speak,
Hmm.
but we're expecting it to be pretty close, if not on 700,000.
Yeah, I know you've done others that are similar,
Yeah.
you got that kind
Yeah.
of, so it should be pretty
It should
close
be-
to that.
yeah, that's right.
And does that mean are you going to get all your money out when you remortgage it? So when people, they buy it, they spend money, they increase the value, and then what they do is they, based on the higher value, remortgage. And sometimes if they're lucky, get all the money out, but sometimes leave a bit of money in. What do you reckon it's going to be?
So it's going to be close. I
Yeah.
think we'll probably end up leaving in the finance costs.
Yeah, okay.
But otherwise, yeah, everything else will be back
Yeah.
out.
And this is going to make you how much a month?
So this is going to...
After paying the mortgage and it depends because you might
Yes.
be giving this to a charity.
Yes. So we're just currently negotiating with the charity for a 5-year lease. So
Yeah.
that includes all bills, of course, all maintenance, no voids,
Yeah, full repairing lease.
full repairing lease for
Yeah.
5 years.
Okay,
If we can manage that, we're looking at about £2,500 per month.
wow.
Profit.
So there's one property making you £30,000 profit a year
Yeah.
afterwards. So even if you
Yes.
left a bit of money in, you're going to get that back pretty quick.
And no management, no maintenance,
No hassle.
no hassle
So
whatsoever.
set and forget, go and get the
Correct.
next one, right?
Correct.
That's great.
That's exactly
Now,
the
just a word of caution here, you do have to be very careful
Yes.
when putting with charity. You don't want to go with someone who's new.
Yeah.
You want to make sure they've got a track record. You need to
Yeah.
read the lease very carefully to make sure they're looking after it. But having said all that,
Yeah.
that's good. And didn't you find them through word of mouth recommendation?
We actually found them through PIN, funny enough.
Yeah.
So
Hang on a minute. So you found the deal through someone you knew.
Yeah.
Yes.
You found the builders through the network. You
Yeah.
found the interior designer through PIN.
Correct.
You found the charity through PIN. So
Yes.
pretty much
Yes.
shows the power of networking.
And our broker through
Absolutely.
PIN.
And the
our
broker through
yeah.
PIN.
And
Yeah.
the architect was through the building. So
So
yeah.
if someone's lacking their power team, going to your
Yeah.
local property investor network meeting's a pretty good place to go
It
to
absolutely
get
is.
some of these word of mouth recommendations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. This has been an amazing project. Have you got any final words you'd share with people? What people want to do this kind of project themselves? What would your biggest tip be?
So for me, the biggest tip, without doubt, is to get yourself educated. I think
Yeah.
if I think back to where we were 3 years ago,
3 years ago.
before we had started, we knew absolutely nothing about property investing whatsoever.
Yeah.
And here we are, and we're doing multiple deals a year, and we're getting things done. We're replacing our income,
Yeah.
and we wouldn't have been able to have done that without the education that we've had.
And do you mind sharing all the properties you've got at the moment, once they're all
Yeah.
finished,
Yeah.
how big's your portfolio going to be?
Yeah.
What you've done in the 3 years?
Yeah.
And how much is that going to be generating profit-wise before tax?
Yeah. So we are. So the portfolio currently sits at 3 million.
Yeah.
Once we've finished, we've got this deal, we've got another deal that we currently own that has yet to start the building work.
Yeah, I guess the team can move straight to the next project, right?
Correct,
Yeah.
yeah. So once those two are done, then we'll be pushing 3.5, close to 3.75 million.
Yeah.
Right now, the income is 6 figures, before tax, of course, but after our mortgage and our costs.
Yes.
And then we've got obviously the next deal, which we hope will add a significant amount on top of that.
Which is our biggest deal yet.
Yeah. So it's coming.
Fantastic, and it's a journey, isn't it? You've got to have those progression steps. But you guys should be so proud. You've done really well.
Thank you.
And congratulations, and thanks for being such amazing students who kind of get on with just doing what you're told to do. Right, it always helps.
And thank you for coming today. It's great.
Thanks, thank you so much for showing the house. And I'm sure your tenants are going to be really happy here. This is how you do a high-end HMO. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I do hope you've enjoyed looking around a real-life HMO to see from a back-to-bricks conversion to a wonderful 7-bed HMO. If you'd like to learn how you can do this, come and join me on some live online training. There's going to be a link below in the video description. Come and join me and find out how you can make this a reality and make this year one of your best years for your property investing. Invest with knowledge, invest with skill. Come and click on the link right now to secure your place.